tournament. But from what I've heard, that she's stronger than Blotch. But at the same time, I've also heard that you're better than her. But Blotch did okay in one game at least against you earlier. Like he had you cornered
Yeah,
in
you know, he
80% of
almost
the map.
had me.
So
He had, but yeah, he Titanic hard at the end there. I don't know, it's tough because Smarthy has almost but
Smarthy has what? Sorry.
She's almost beaten me as well. But she needs the time to be post imp. She plays just fine.
Okay, I think.
But it's getting to post imp, and I think Blotch is a lot stronger early on.
Yeah, whereas post imp is Blotch's weakness. Sort of he misses eco upgrades or doesn't make enough villagers and ends up sort of just stuttering to a halt. So it's going to be interesting to see that dynamic in the games, to see if Blotch sort of takes the initiative and then Smarthy claws it back. Perhaps that's what we're expecting to see. Blotch playing in the purple colour has just placed his TC right next to his dock again. Once again, he's got an absolutely Titanic dock. It's a little bit unlucky, but he has placed it very close to the edge of the map, so that you're always liable to that to happen. Like it would have took him no time at all just to have gotten to the corner where he'd have got several deep fish. His town centre is also awful because there's no food.
There's not even shorefish.
Two deer very far away, no shorefish, no boar. Berry's quite far to the south. I mean, he's already gone out with the villager because he knows he's in a bad situation with food-wise. The gold is very far away. The stone is kind of far away as well. So Blotch has already used his re and he's ended up with a much worse start, except for obviously losing all those villagers when he tried to lure the boar with no loom and only 3 villagers. Smarty's town centre is
just as bad.
Yeah.
She does have access to gold and stone, but it's not looking very good.
Access to gold and stones. I mean, if she finds those shorefish, particularly in the pond on the left, like considering how desperate her situation is, she may choose to mill those.
I was really expecting her to actually dock that pond. I was secretly hoping that she would.
Yeah, otherwise, though, her dock is very good. She's got 2 deep fish within a sort of 2-3 tiles of her dock, and then another 2 deep fish near the top corner, some more off to the right. So both of them are going to have very slow starts, probably some idle time because of the lack of food on the land. But Smarthy will get her fishing eco up and running much quicker, and it'll be much stronger than Blotch's. Sort of, so you would expect. You can see Blotch has produced his first fishing ship, and it's just gone idle, which he can't afford to do because he needs to find those few deep fish either off to the far right or off to the far left straight away. In fact,
got some exploring to do.
Going to put on fog of war to see what the players can see. Smarthy
found it.
Smarthy's exploring off to the left with the villager. Gonna find some more gold. Unfortunately, she went the wrong side of the forest to find those 2 deer, although 2 deer that far away is not really worth it, and she's not going to be able to push them, but maybe she'll decide to dock this left corner. Blotch has, as you say, found the 1 deep fish on the right, but doing loom, obviously, because he hasn't got enough food to keep the villager colour up.
And Smarthy house. Oh, she's building a house.
I said villager colour then because I was reading the chat. People saying they want team colours. I don't have a hotkey configured for team colours because I don't use it, and I deleted all of my superfluous hotkeys. So how do I enable team colours in the game without having a hotkey?
Oh.
Is it in the menu? Yes, it is.
I think it's the
yes, it's in the menu. Right, so I've just changed it. We've now got Blotch in blue and Smarthy in red. Blotch has milled 1 shorefish. So, there are 2 deer there as well. That mill is not going to be bad. If he placed that mill a little bit up to the top, that would have potentially...
Oh, between the 2 shorefish.
Yeah, just further up near those deer between the 2 shorefish. Like that would have been a good mill. That would have helped him get some momentum in this game because he'd end up having much more food on the land than Smarthy in the end. So Smarthy's fish would be stronger, but obviously it's better to have food on the land as well.
Smarthy ahead in villagers. Smarthy at 14, Blotch at 12.
Yeah, does Smarthy have loom though? No, yes, she
Oh,
does.
and I haven't.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they've both done loom.
I think this was due in part to his very bad dock.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we saw that first fishing ship come out and go idle straight away, and then the fish that it eventually started to take was very far away, whereas Smarthy's fish, just 3 tiles away, absolutely perfect. And with a deep fish on either side, she can even sort of saturate the fish on the closest side to the dock without even having to go around the fish, if you know what I mean. It's such a good dock. Both players getting housed a lot, as we might expect to see at this level.
Nice.
Smarthy needs to micro hurl woodcutting villagers a bit better now, because they're starting to do that dumb thing where when the forest gets narrow they go around to the other side of the forest. Just wonder how long it'll take for her to notice that.
Well, ideally, she'll just drop a lumber camp on the side of the forest.
Yeah, because she's going to need...
Ah, there it is!
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope she doesn't stay without a lumber camp for this whole time and then realise she can't get up because she hasn't got the buildings. But that problem isn't going to manifest any longer. Seems like Blotch has finished that deep fish on the right now, and his ships are... No, he's sending them back down to the bottom right. That's good. I thought he was going to go and start taking shorefish on the left.
I think it would be worth it for him at this point to dock down at the bottom.
Blotch is now caught up in villagers, and he's got a little bit of a bank of food, sort of 100 food in the bank. So he's doing alright now. Actually, no,
here comes the dock. There it goes. Not necessary to have all 3 villagers build it, but he wanted it quick.
Yeah, I'm glad he's gone down there and redocked. That's going to get him access to at least 3 more deep fish that are really close, which he's going to need to stay in the game, because otherwise his economy shortly after he clicks up will just stutter to a halt, because he won't have the food coming in. Those fishing ships were going to have to come from so far away.
Smarthy has foresight to dock the left map.
Yeah.
I know playing Blotch last game, there was absolutely no water aggression. 3 docks over here.
I'm going to be interested
fish boom.
to see what happens with Smarthy's fishing ships though when she's fished out this top corner, which isn't going to be too much longer.
I think they might just...
Because she's going to have to come round and migrate all of those fishing ships past Blotch's docks. So if Blotch has made any warships by then, that's going to be quite interesting. Just to see if he manages to catch all of the fishing ships whilst they're running.
For shorefish.
Yeah. But if Smarthy builds a dock on the left, then obviously she at some point she's going to want to bring all of those fishing ships around the whole island. But Smarthy's found boars in the middle, 3 of them actually. In fact, this is a bit of a treasure trove with 2 stone piles, a relic and a gold pile.
Might need to bring it.
She's also found lots of sheep in the bottom part of the map, so she's starting to get better exploration than Blotch. You can see from the overlay that she's 5% ahead. Managing to kill those boars without losing a villager, despite being downhill and only having 4, so that I didn't quite see the micro, but that was well done. She didn't take very much damage at all. Let's look at Blotch's exploration. Yeah, it's really bad. He hasn't sort of got any foresight for the rest of the game. He's just doing his best to try and get up to the fuel age, but he doesn't really know where very many resources are at all. He's found some off to the far bottom left, but he doesn't know where. He can't even begin to work out where Smarthy is or what she's doing, what the layout of the map is.
If she can manage to drop...
Can the person in the chat who says the mic is giving them a headache clarify what it is about them? About the mic, because I may be able to fix it. This is the first time I've streamed using it, and I'm not used to it yet. I haven't got the settings sorted out quite right.
Is it your mic or is it my mic?
I don't know. Is it my mic, or is it Grace's that's saying he's giving you a headache? We'll find out in a minute once the stream delay gets that comment to them. Oh, right.
Oh, it's my mic.
Yours.
Yeah, it's really bad. The sound doesn't sound like that on my stream.
Right, so Smarthy has reached feudal age, placing stable blacksmith. She's not really going to have the economy to go fast castle straight away, so let's see if she just decides to do some scouts. Yep, she's just queuing them as I said that. Yeah, your mic is cutting out in mid-sentence, Gracie. That's what they're saying. You'd probably just need to bring down the activation threshold in the TeamSpeak settings.
Yeah.
Smarthy's exploring the map pretty well now. She's even sort of filling in that bottom left position. She doesn't know where Blotch is yet, but with some scouts on the field, she'll surely find him soon enough. Blotch going for a barracks, blacksmith, and a stable as well, so we could potentially get into scout wars. Although, I think that is going to be a difficult one for Blotch because his food income is rather inefficient. Like, he's got a lot of fishing ships, but they're all congregating around one fish spot. He's only got a few farms in the land, and if he starts making scouts, he's going to really struggle to get to Castle Age. He's at least located some gold though. And actually, if he holds off on scout production for a while, then he might be able to get an okay castle time in the context of this game's pace. May actually be able to click up before Smarthy, because Smarthy's actually spent all of her food on scouts now. Coming in to raid Blotch's gold if she sees it. She's seen the palisade but gone running past, and obviously this sort of ground betrays the fact that there's a mining camp there, but she...
No! Oh, he's building a watchtower. Okay. I couldn't figure out why he was building them in a star.
Yeah, I hadn't actually noticed the watchtower foundation in there. I thought I was too busy watching the scouts go by, but Smarthy's coming back now. Blotch needs to try and quick wall those two villages on the left, and he could at least save those two. But he's not doing that. He's trying to run, and he's going to lose probably all of those villages because more scouts are coming in from the north. Blotch really needed to have some idea of what Smarthy was doing here. Like, if he just found her at all, then he could have known that maybe scouts were coming. Sent a couple of spearmen over to this area because he has to. It's so far away that if villagers get attacked this far from his TC, then they're going to go down. Or he needs to wall them in, as he's now doing, but only after the lesson has been learned at great cost. Smarthy being very passive with these scouts. She's got one at the top that has run into Blotch's TC, but is allowed to get away. Blotch didn't notice it quickly enough. But
God. I turned the microphone the other way, so it wasn't picking it up at all.
I think Smarthy's scouts have just picked up another of Blotch's villagers. Yes, they have. That was running away from the mining camp. Blotch is just going to have one villager there now. Smarthy's resources are looking incredible. She might be clicking up to the Imperial Age the moment she gets to Castle Age at this rate. 900 wood in the bank, 500 gold. She can make a market and be halfway to Imperial Age once she's gone up to Castle.
It's a bit. This is not the outcome that I saw.
Blotch trying to wall Smarthy out with a second stable here, but there's one tile hole, so anything that Love Chen can do, Blotch can do too. Fortunately for Blotch, his food and water income is congregated in a very small area around his town centre, and his town centre can defend most of it.
His fishing ships down at the bottom, all of them are idle.
Yeah, that's really bad. I'm just going to go and check his resources. He's got the 200 gold for Castle Age now.
Smarthy is advancing to Castle Age. This looks done. I don't know if he's going to be able to come back from this.
You would think not.
This is where he was supposed to shine. He was supposed to outplay her early, but kept it up.
Yeah, I mean, his map was awful. And his dock was... I think the dock placement was the key thing. But also, Blotch really needed to explore a little bit more and sort of take precautions against the unknown. Because he was venturing...
The gap. Houses are not walls against door. There he goes. House ate up.
Someone in the spec chat and game saying this is MBL 100%.
No.
But yeah, when he was venturing into the middle of the map with those villages, he needed to take more precautions against what potential attacks, because he knew Smarthy was up to the feudal age before him. He didn't know that she was going stables, but it's a reasonable assumption to make that she could be doing that. He needed to wall those villages in. He did try to make a tower, but he was making it with just one villager, and it was up way too late. So Smarthy about to hit Castle Age, so let's see what she does with that. The interesting thing is that they're both on the same villager count and the same fish count, more or less. So if Smarthy doesn't...
fishing ships. Oh, Smarthy.
Yeah, I said, like, what's going to happen once the north side has been fished out? There's only that one shorefish is all that remains on the whole north and east edge of the map. But they're not even... they're taking it now.
She has the wood. She could drop some fish traps if she wanted to.
Yeah. Blotch finally has walled himself in completely, but he's given himself about 3% of the map to work with. He's going to lose another 3 villagers up here. He seems to have just abandoned them to their fate. But as somehow, despite the fact that Blotch is losing yet another 3 villagers, he's still only 1 villager behind Smarthy. So if Smarthy doesn't actually press her advantage at this point, then the game may not be over. This is wishful thinking, but she does need to make use of this.
Oh,
It's at least
Blotch in with the spears. Smarthy is about to lose her. Scouts. I don't know if she's switched to anything else yet.
she's making knights, but just Blotch really needs to go up here. He's got enough wood in the bank to make a market and just go up straight away. He's starting to add fish traps, although he's getting the fishing ships to all try and fish the same trap. I really wish one of them would walk around and make a dock in the west or southern corner. It doesn't seem like either of them are actually aware of how good the fish is over there with their scouting.
Or at least make a fire ship. I mean, they must assume the other one's fishing Smarthy.
Yeah, Smarthy's...
That's the only advantage that Blotch has right now, is that his fish ships are actually being somewhat productive.
Yeah, Smarthy has actually just deleted half of them to make population. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she got housed and was just like, I'm gonna take the improvised pro solution to getting housed.
I mean, at least take one of your ships and, you know, suicide it into scouting the water. Maybe it dies, maybe it lives, maybe you find this little treasure trove of, you know, deep shore fish.
Blotch is finally on his way to Castle Age, but his feudal army is about to encounter about half a dozen knights and a couple of scouts. He needs to sort of make sure that when he gets to Castle Age, he's got some sort of army alive.
Oh, she's taking the fight.
Yeah, she will win that fight easily. If you have any...
Blotch throwing some villagers into the mix. Oh, no. No!
Oh.
Why, Blotch? Why?
Yeah, I was really hoping he'd keep those spearmen alive for Castle Age and just get the pikemen upgrade just to sort of ward off Smarthy's raids for a little while, but he's just donated those spearmen, engaging Castle Age knights with +2/+2 and bloodlines with feudal spearmen. Those knights are really strong.
He's gonna take down one of his stables. Not looking good.
At this point, she could pretty much run in and kill half of Blotch's villagers because they won't all be able to hide in the TC, and the TC with no fletching won't even scratch those +2 knights. Blotch finally arrived in the Castle Age, 10-11 villagers behind. Smarthy adding a market. Has added one archery range yet, although don't know if
She's
she's...
deleted the rest of her fishing ships. She now has 3. Go with her fish traps.
Well, that looks nice in her.
Well, it's very orderly.
Nice and uncluttered, yeah, orderly. Blotch going for the double barrack, so I think he's clinging on to the spearmen, and hopefully he's going to go for the pikeman upgrade at some point. Seems like he made a militia by accident as well. But,
they both still have their original lumber mill, or lumber camp.
Blotch still has his original. Blotch still has his original everything.
Smarthy as well.
He hasn't moved outside of a 10 tile radius. I've never seen anyone settle for quite this little map control, except when Milmano played against Sea Scepter in the UK Championship, which you wouldn't have seen. Yeah,
No.
you see, this is about the same amount of map control. I'm just trolling him because I know he's listening.
Oh, he's going to run some villagers. Does he know he's running right into Smarthy's town? Has he explored enough to know?
I'm just
where
noticing
Smarthy
that
is?
Smarthy's just lost all of her knights to pikemen, so that's going to stave off the sense of doom that he must have been feeling with all these knights running around. Yeah, all of those knights are dead. Blotch.
I'm not sure what his plan is with the market. I mean, he can buy stone, or he'd have to sell wood to get stone, but then he won't have wood for TC.
It's...
No, and there we go. Yeah,
it's never best to try and understand why Blotch does things. It's best just
now he's going to build a lumber mill. We're finally going to see a second lumber camp. Ah. And nope, no lumber camp. Want to know what his plan is? Oh, he has a villager collecting wood.
Oh no, this is going to be a massacre.
TC.
This is going to be a massacre if those knights see. Obviously.
He doesn't know how close he is, Smarthy, I guess.
but neither does Smarthy. But does Blotch have town watch when that lumber camp goes up?
Oh
Will it have like there? He sees the stable, he sees 2 spearmen, but he doesn't know how much more dangerous it is for him.
And that castle.
Oh, those
close
villagers! The spearmen have found the villagers. Oh, this
no.
is going.
Oh no! No, Smarthy, run back!
This is why Taff called it a Titanic clash. This is it. This is what we all came to see.
Oh no!
The pikemen are coming to save them, but I don't think it's gonna work.
No.
And there's the GG.
Wow.
So
that did not disappoint.
Villager high was actually more or less the same between, that's obviously counting the fishing ships, but I think that was both of them with a peak of about 35 fishing ships, 35 villagers and 15 fishing ships. Smarthy then deleted all of her fishing ships and replaced them with villagers, so that's why she never got over a high of 50. Smarthy's exploration and age up time's a little bit better, as we saw. Collected a lot more resources. Partly that was down to the fact that Blotch's map was terrible and he didn't secure any better resources throughout the game. And then when he tried to, he ended up losing all of his villagers. Smarthy obviously killing a lot more, getting the Cast Age army on the field. Let's back out for game 2 and update the pro scoreboard.